Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lee Kim Park. Today we're going to be talking about the new update that's coming out tomorrow and another one on the 21st. Also going to be talking about the state of the game a bit and, my thoughts, a lot of the complaints that the community has been having, and, just the future of the game. So we'll start with the update. We got the new Loki Memento coming out. Hopefully it's a little bit more challenging than the last one they dropped, because most people were able to just autoplay through it, and that's not really engaging. It's just watching your characters. I'd rather be able to manually select what I do, but we'll see how that goes. Friend battle. This is going to be huge. You get to battle your friends without using attempts in Bifrost. The thing about Bifrost was there wasn't really an incentive to test different comps out, because you only had 5 attacks a day, and that could affect your standing on the leaderboards if you cared about that. So this gives room for theory crafters to just test out different characters and comps as much as they want without it affecting their rankings. So this is huge. Good job. I still think they need to add Bifrost loadouts, because not being able to have one separate from Nightfall kind of screws over a lot of people, where if you're doing Nightfall and you switch your artifacts around and you get attacked, you're just going to lose a lot of rating that way. So I would love to see that added. We got a new Thor banner. Comes with Moon Knight, Black Knight, and the Thor highlight that we've seen sneak peeks of. You can even see it in game on the gallery page. We knew that was coming, so we're assuming a new character after this Thor banner. We'll have to wait and see what that is. Nightfall boss, dragon armor, it's the same thing, but they're just adding a special damage weakness to it. I think Thor's going to do really well here. This is the reason why they put it like this. Gives you more of a reason to buy him. Soul shard pack. Okay, so we can buy a shard for one of the legendary characters, I'm assuming. Probably just like the usual, what is it, like Strange, Emma, Thor, etc. Khonshu's getting a new points and leaderboard system, or maybe it already had one. They updated. I wasn't a fan of this mode. I just did it for the rewards and never touched it again. So yeah, I don't really care too much about that. New optimizations, Mystic Art Sprawl. I'm pretty sure that's the one where you just choose different characters and like randomly choose the upgrades. Not a fan of this mode. Too much RNG. They could just get rid of it if it were up to me. So the rotation of Khonshu and Crimson is going to be changing, so it's every week. That's not going to affect the amount of rewards, but it will affect just replayability, I guess, because you're not going to be doing Khonshu or Crimson 3 weeks in a row. So this is a nice change. Some bug fixes. So this is the one on the 21st. They're raising the level cap. Now this is huge. More things for us to progress towards. It's a lot more farming for sure, because with the 9+ characters that I have, having to do this for all of them, that's gonna take some time. Yeah, they're adding new difficulties for Dream Scalpel. Nice. Yeah, difficulty 8. This is going to be for the resources to hit that level 80 cap, and the level 8 cap for the talents. Dreamscape unlock rules. So the way these dungeons work now is you're going to have to 3-star one level to unlock the following one. I don't know why they changed this. I feel like this change wasn't needed, but it's not going to affect the stages that we've already unlocked, so that's a good thing. Now this will change up how the game plays, definitely. Each hero can only equip one unique artifact, the unique artifacts being things like the Darkhold, Gungnir, and things like that. So that's going to hopefully change the meta up a bit in Bifrost and maybe Nightfall too. That's pretty exciting to see. Drop rarity adjustments. So the level 4 and 5 Fable Find stages and the level 55 and 65 chests from Khonshu and the Crimson campaign, right now they have a chance of dropping those unique artifacts, but they're gonna remove that from those and then put them in the new level 6 difficulty for Fable Finds and the level 75 chests. Also, let's see. Yeah, blah blah blah. Each dungeon will only drop specific types of artifacts. Okay, so this is good. So now each separate dungeon will have different drops, where one might have the Avengers ID card and another might have the Gamma mutagen. So it's going to be a lot easier to farm that one artifact that you've been fishing for with those perfect substats. So it's not just completely random in which artifact drops. That's always good. I thought I read somewhere. Okay, yeah. So, added legendary quality to existing common artifacts. What this is saying is that the ones that you have, like the Gamma mutagen, the ID card, we're going to be getting yellow versions of that. So this will include a increase in the level cap, where the purple ones were 16, I think, and then now there'll be level cap of 20, which means there's going to be a total of 5 bonuses that you can get. It's a lot more min-maxing and farming to do there. Overall, I think it's a pretty good update. I don't think it's going to give us a lot to do after we hit 80. It's just going to be more of the same. So that's, I guess, where we can segue into talking about, the complaints and the state of the game. So right now, I mean, the content that's available, it's not that there's not enough. It's that, well, that is a problem too, but also just they didn't make it challenging enough. The latest one that we had, the Loki story mode, I was able to just autoplay most of that and the Super Flow challenge. And this was on my free-to-play account too, because I know, being a whale, most of the content is going to be easy to me because I have spent some money and gotten upgrades and things like that. But if my free-to-play account can autoplay most of the new content that's coming out, that's kind of a problem. Because one thing about this game that I really liked was the manual play, being able to choose when to use your abilities, where to use them, who to use them on, chaining different abilities and timing them, and that whole part of the game just kind of gets removed when everything's so easy that you can just autoplay. And I'm hoping that they really amp up the difficulty of the newer content that they release. Also with the Alliance War, I think it was just poorly planned the way they created the mode. One thing I really didn't like was, there were a lot of people that were stuck in alliances that had like 5 or 6 people attacking, and obviously those people are going to want to leave and join a more active alliance so they can actually do the event and get the rewards. But excuse me, they should have made it so, because right now it's if you join an alliance now, you won't be able to participate throughout the whole event, and the total time for the event is 3 weeks, the preparation phase, and then the 2 weeks of the attacking phase. So I thought you should be able to just join the alliance and maybe be locked out for that phase that you join in, but the following phase you should have been able to attack. So that was a huge miss from NetEase there. There's a lot of people just sitting around waiting for the event to be over because they can't even participate. So moving forward, hopefully the next Alliance War they change some things about that. Also, another thing about the difficulty, everything was so easy. The Dream Cyclones were easy, and again, I've done the Alliance War stuff on my free-to-play account, so this isn't coming from like a whale perspective. The levels were too easy, not challenging. It's autoplay. A lot of the missions you could just put in one character or two if they were overpowered, but this really speaks to the devs. I just feel like not really playing their own game and testing it before they release it. So hopefully they start listening to the community and put more challenging content out and give us more things to do, or at least give us an incentive to manually control our characters and actually like play the game and not just watch it. But other than that, I am hopeful for the game, because the game visually looks amazing. I'm a huge Marvel fan. It's awesome seeing like all the characters come to life. Character design is awesome. The voice acting is awesome. Even the gameplay, like if we were to actually be able to use the manual play, the gameplay is fun, you know, the whole strategy side and, you know, trying different things out and the timing. But as it is right now, it's just autoplay, everything. Like even the PvP, it's not really PvP. It's just AI versus AI, and that's not very it's not very fun to me. So, you know, hopefully they change things up in the future. And, you know, I'm just coming from a point where other games like, you know, Marvel Strike Force, when I first started playing that game, I remember there wasn't too much to do. They did have like the alliance raids and stuff like that. And then I remember I had quit and then come back maybe like a year or two after, and coming back to the game after a year, there were just way too many things to do where I was kind of overwhelmed. And, you know, it could be the same situation for this game, where in the future we get more and more things to do, and then, you know, it'll fill out the time that we spend on the game. So, you know, at the end of the day, I just want to be hopeful for the game. I want to see it do well, but also preparing myself for disappointment too. So yeah, we'll just see how things play out in the future. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, any thoughts, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, my community Discord is open. We actually have 3 level 10 alliances now. The first 2 are mostly filled right now. We've got some people waiting, but the third one might have some room coming up after this alliance war is over. I am in the process of leveling up a 4th guild, and maybe have this one be a little bit more casual, free to play friendly. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can join our Discord. I'll put the link in the description. It's also, the Discord is also open for anyone that just wants to hang out and talk about the game. There's a lot of theory crafters in our Discord, so if you're into that, you can, you know, talk about that with them. Yeah, so that's it for now. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.